Meretseger, the guardian goddess of Thebes Necropolis. In the vast and mystical landscape of ancient Egypt, amidst the towering structures of temples and the silent serenity of the necropolises, one deity reigned supreme as the protector and guardian of the sacred burial grounds of Thebes. Meretseger, the Cobra goddess of Thebes, held a prominent place in the hearts and minds of the ancient Egyptians, embodying the dual nature of protection and punishment, revered and feared in equal measure. Meretseger, whose name translates to "she who loves silence," was a deity associated with the Theban necropolis, particularly the area known as Deir el-Medina, where the artisans and workers of the royal tombs resided. Her cult grew in prominence during the New Kingdom period, although her origins can be traced back to earlier times, possibly to the Middle Kingdom. Meretseger's association with silence was not just a literal aspect but also symbolized the stillness and tranquility of the necropolis, where the deceased found eternal rest. This concept of silence extended beyond the physical realm to the spiritual, where Meretseger's presence was believed to bring peace and protection to the souls of the departed. Her role as the guardian goddess of Thebes Necropolis was multifaceted, encompassing not only protection but also judgment and healing. Origins and mythology. The origins of Meretseger are shrouded in myth and legend, much like the sacred mountains that were her domain. She was often depicted as a cobra or as a woman with the head of a cobra, symbolizing her protective and sometimes fierce nature. According to mythological accounts, Meretseger was associated with the Theban necropolis due to her role in guarding the tombs of the pharaohs and ensuring the peace and sanctity of the final resting places of the deceased. One of the prominent myths surrounding Meretseger recounts her transformation from a wrathful punisher to a benevolent protector. It is said that she was once a deity who inflicted harsh punishments on those who dared to disturb the peace of the necropolis. However, through the prayers and offerings of the people, she was appeased and became a guardian figure, watching over the souls of the departed and offering her blessings to the living. Meretseger's mythology also intertwines with the concept of divine justice and retribution. She was seen as a force that punished wrongdoers and rewarded the virtuous, ensuring that the balance of Ma'at, the cosmic order, was maintained in the realm of the dead. This aspect of her mythology added depth to her role as a guardian and judge, instilling both awe and reverence among the ancient Egyptians. Role and attributes. Meretseger's primary role as a protective deity extended beyond the physical realm to the spiritual and metaphysical aspects of life and death. She was believed to have the power to ward off evil spirits and malevolent forces, ensuring that the souls of the deceased could journey safely to the afterlife. Her association with healing also played a crucial role in the lives of the ancient Egyptians who sought her aid in times of illness and affliction. In addition to her protective and healing attributes, Meretseger was also seen as a judge of the dead, weighing their deeds in life and determining their fate in the afterlife. This aspect of judgment tied into Egyptian beliefs about Ma'at, the concept of cosmic balance and order, where the righteous were rewarded and the wicked faced consequences for their actions. Meretseger's attributes were further enhanced by her association with the natural world, particularly the mountains that surrounded the necropolis. She was believed to have control over the elements, using them to both protect and punish, depending on the circumstances. This connection to nature added a dynamic and powerful dimension to her character as a guardian goddess. Worship and rituals. The worship of Meretseger was deeply ingrained in the daily lives of the people of Thebes, especially those who lived and worked in the necropolis. Offerings and prayers were made to appease her and seek her protection, particularly during times of illness or when facing dangers in the treacherous terrain of the mountains. Rituals often involve the presentation of food, incense, and sacred objects at her shrines, accompanied by chants and invocations for her blessings. The Festival of Drunkenness, dedicated to Meretseger, was a significant event in the religious calendar of Thebes. During this festival, offerings of beer were made to invoke her protective powers and ensure fertility and prosperity in the land. The festival was marked by music, dance, and revelry, reflecting the joy and gratitude of the people towards their guardian goddess. Meretseger's worship also extended beyond the formal rituals to include personal prayers and supplications. Individuals sought her guidance and protection in their daily lives, believing that her benevolence could bring prosperity and blessings to their families and communities. Her cult was not limited to the elite or priesthood, but was embraced by people from all walks of life, highlighting her universal appeal and importance in Egyptian society. Symbolism and iconography. Meretseger was often depicted in art and hieroglyphs as a cobra, sometimes wearing the crown of Upper Egypt to signify her association with the region. Her presence was also symbolized by the mountains that surrounded the necropolis, particularly the peak known as the Mountain of the West. The cobra, as a symbol of protection and guardianship, became synonymous with Meretseger and her role as the guardian goddess of Thebes. The cobra's image adorned amulets and jewelry worn by the ancient Egyptians, serving as talismans of protection and invoking Meretseger's blessings. Her iconography extended beyond the physical representations to include hieroglyphs and inscriptions that depicted her name and epithets, ensuring her presence in both the earthly and spiritual realms. In addition to the cobra, Meretseger was also associated with other symbols of protection and power, such as the Ujjat Eye of Horus, and the Ankh, symbol of life. These symbols were often incorporated into her depictions and offerings, reinforcing her role as a guardian and giver of life. Cult centers and influence. The cult of Meretseger was centered around the necropolis of Thebes, with temples and shrines dedicated to her worship. One of the most notable temples dedicated to her was the Temple of Meretseger at Deir el-Medina, where the workers of the royal tombs paid homage to her. Her influence extended beyond Thebes, with references to her found in inscriptions and texts throughout Egypt, showcasing her importance in the pantheon of Egyptian deities. The workers of Deir el-Medina, known for their skill in tomb construction and decoration, held Meretseger in high regard, often invoking her protection and guidance in their daily lives and work. Her presence was felt not only in the religious sphere but also in the practical aspects of tomb building and maintenance, emphasizing her role as a guardian and patroness of the artisans and craftsmen. Meretseger's influence also extended to the realm of literature and poetry, where she was often invoked in prayers and hymns praising her protective and benevolent nature. Her name was mentioned in funerary texts and spells, underscoring her importance in the journey of the soul to the afterlife. Legacy and modern interpretations. Despite the passage of millennia, the legacy of Meretseger endures, her image and symbolism continuing to captivate scholars and enthusiasts of ancient Egyptian mythology. In modern times, she is often seen as a symbol of protection, wisdom, and the power of the divine feminine. Her role as the guardian goddess of Thebes remains a testament to the enduring spiritual beliefs of ancient Egypt and the reverence they held for the forces of nature and the afterlife. Scholars and archaeologists continue to uncover new insights into the worship of Meretseger and her significance in ancient Egyptian society. Excavations in the necropolis of Thebes have revealed artifacts and inscriptions dedicated to her, shedding light on the rituals and practices associated with her cult. This ongoing research not only enriches our understanding of Meretseger, but also highlights the enduring fascination with Egypt's rich religious and cultural heritage. The modern interpretations of Meretseger often emphasize her role as a protector of women and children, drawing parallels between her nurturing and healing aspects with contemporary ideals of feminine strength and resilience. Artists and writers continue to explore her mythology and symbolism, creating new works that pay homage to her timeless presence in the pantheon of ancient Egyptian deities. Conclusion. Meretseger, the guardian goddess of Thebes Necropolis, stands as a timeless symbol of protection and vigilance, her presence etched into the very fabric of ancient Egyptian mythology and religious beliefs. Through her myths, rituals, and enduring legacy, she continues to inspire awe and wonder, reminding us of the deep spiritual connection that ancient civilizations held with the natural world and the divine realms beyond. As we unravel the mysteries of Meretseger's cult and significance, we delve deeper into the complexities of ancient Egyptian spirituality and the enduring allure of its mythical pantheon.